From the Caspian seaside shores of Baku, Azerbaijan, the Aerobic Gymnastics World Championships of 2021. This place knows a thing or two about gymnastics. This arena, purpose-built for the sport, and it's hosted just about every possible competition over the years. A good thing too, because don't we need a touch of familiarity? Don't we need to be reminded of the way the world was? We've all forgotten ourselves, forgotten each other over the last little while. Today, we become friends again. Today, we enjoy the sport of aerobic gymnastics. And if you're looking for a pick-me-up, if you're looking for something to put a spring in your step, well, guess what? You've just found it. Ollie Hockben here. What a pleasure, a privilege it is to have your company, your companionship, for the next couple of days of finals action of the 16th Aerobic Gymnastics World Championships. Coming up, we have the trio final. That will get us underway. Then the individual women's competition and the aerobic step final. 3 medal events in all. We've got 4 tomorrow as well. If it is the very first time that you've ever enjoyed the sport of aerobic gymnastics, well, join with those of us who've been following it for some time and get ready to be entertained, get ready to tap your toes and get ready to watch elite sport at its very best. It's World Championship time here in Baku.
Hanımlar ve canımlar, üçlükler arasında finalistleri karşılayın.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals, and please welcome trio finalists.
We welcome out onto the field of play to the traditional Baku Gymnastics Arena jingle, the finalists in the trio competition. You will be not surprised to learn there are 3 competitors in a trio routine. That didn't keep you guessing for too long, did it? And we'll talk in just a moment about what it is exactly the judges are looking for in trio competition. What it is that the code of points mandates that they must do. Aerobic gymnastics is calculated according to artistry, execution, difficulty, and in an event like this, lift bonuses. More on how the lift bonuses work in due course. Romania, 3rd strongest qualifiers.
RGF.
The athletes from the Russian Gymnastics Federation,
RGF.
the 6th strongest qualifiers, and their teammates, the 5th strongest qualifiers. Bulgaria, the top performers in qualification. Romania, the 4th strongest performers in qualification, just 1 place below their teammates.
Turkey.
Ukraine, the 8th strongest performers in qualification. Turkey,
Hungary.
the 7th strongest performers in qualification. They've got a lot of excitement today, the Turkish fans, some medal hopes for them. And Hungary, the 2nd strongest performers in qualification. So Romania, the RGF, they are represented by 2 teams. Other nations just entering and or qualifying a single team. So sometimes you'll see a numeral after the team name, other times you will not. And just to add to the confusion of that, you'll occasionally see, for example, in this final, Hungary Team 2. That's because Hungary Team 1 did not make it into this final. The start list for the trio competition, 3rd strongest performers Romania, 2 in qualification, they get us underway. Top qualifiers Bulgaria go 4th in the order, and we finish with Hungary 2nd strongest. And it is time, courtesy of Vladislav Oskner, to open officially the Aerobic Gymnastics World Championships of 2021. Highly decorated gymnast and coach. So, as I mentioned just a moment ago, artistry, execution, difficulty and lift bonuses. The artistry out of 10, the execution likewise. Artistry works up, Execution works down. Difficulty is technically unlimited. And lift bonuses can be a maximum of 1. We'll go through all that in due course. Teodora Cucu, David Gavrilovic and Daniel Tavok, Romania Team 2, the third strongest performers in qualification. That's a very fine beginning from the Romanian team. Teodora Cucu, David Gavrilovic and Daniel Tavok. Well, they're a fascinating bunch of athletes. Cucu we're going to see in the individual women's final, so more on her later. Tavok and Gavrilovic, 18 and 20 respectively. Gavrilovic with a background in karate, would you believe, before coming into this. So looking back at their routine, the aerobic movement patterns, those steps, the footwork. There are 8 aerobic movement patterns and they have to be used to cover the space judiciously and equally. Good height into the leaps, going to try to get the legs as horizontal as possible. Common move in aerobic gymnastics is the manner. Transitioned into the A-frame, then into the Wenson. You'll hear that name a lot. Wenson in this competition. Now a look at lift bonuses. If you combine a couple of lifts, you get a 0.1 bonus. If you can combine 3 lifts, you can get an extra 10th added to that. Then the helicopter spin into the Wenson. Lovely sharp kick and full leg extension. .277 was their score in the qualification campaign.
The score for Romania.
It's 22.427. So as a result, they've gone up by 0.2 from the qualification campaign. To the first of the RGF teams, Alexei Germanov, Anton Kolobov, Petr Perminov. 6th strongest in qualification. Their score 21.694. Oh, it's big, bombastic work from the Russian Gymnastics Federation athletes, the RGF as they will be known for this competition. Germanov, 26, a graduate of economics and public management, a very accomplished coach as well. Kolobov and Perminov, 18 and 19 respectively. Germanov is the gentleman who's got the real haul of medals, 4 golds and a bronze at the World Championships over the years. Little step back into the catch, that will carry some 10th deductions, nothing too egregious, but all of these little things contribute to the execution mark. Very nice height, jumping up and dropping down into the A-frame position, that was well controlled. Good sense of partnership into that walkover skill, backwards walkover.
The score for trio RGF
21.85, so that is a jump of almost 2/10 from qualification.
The next trio RGF.
Good work from the RGF group. Nonetheless, it is Romania Team 2 that has the advantage thus far. RGF also represented by Juhig Janazian, veteran performer Yelena Ivanova, Anastasia Zubina, the 5th strongest performers in qualification. 2 of these won the trio's gold in 2018. It looked at the very end of the routine there as though there was just a moment of uncertainty that maybe something didn't quite go according to plan. Now that could well be mere egregious decision-making on my part, but it'd be interesting to look back at that at the end of the routine. Had a few issues with synchronization right at the start of the routine. That snap round there into the Wenson was perhaps a little lacking in harmony. They did recover it most admirably, though. Gymnasium Centre, a very well-known name in the sport of aerobic gymnastics. Older brother is Garsevan. And she was a trios medalist at the World Games back in Cali in 2013. It's her 4th World Championships. Joined by a couple of 22-year-olds in the team. Good leg extension in that small lift sequence. Never underestimate the remarkable cardiovascular conditioning that goes into this extraordinary sport. 21.938, the mark for RGF2.
Is coming
And they have improved by about 2.5 tenths from qualification. So we have a promising trend thus far, whereby everybody has seen their numeracy increase. Good news or bad news for Bulgaria? Let's find out. The top qualifiers, 22.537 for the team of Tihomir Baratev, Antonio Papazov and Darina Pashova.
No man has ever freed the trident Atlan's grip.
Protector of the deep.
By retrieving this.
Oh, now that was a lot of fun. That was a huge amount of fun from Bulgaria. Well, I never. Oh, they are entertainers, are they not? The use of cascade in that routine, perhaps different from some of the other performances we've seen. They broke away from synchronization. The height there going down into the A-frame position, that was something special. Pummeling those movement patterns. It'll be interesting to see what their lift bonus mark is, because they didn't get the full mark in qualification. One of only 2 groups in this final not to achieve that. So if they can get that extra 10, that could be just the tonic in a final where everybody's upping their game. Oh, the gymnasts are just so ecstatic to be back in competition. 22.877. They have gained a whopping 3 tenths. And it's all come in their execution. Artistry remaining the same, execution jumping up massively, lift bonuses remaining at 0.9. Thus we have Bulgaria in the gold medal position. Romania, represented by Gabriel Boxer, Sarmiza Niculescu and Mihai Popper, 4th strongest in qualification with 21.783. It's like they've never been away, these aerobic gymnasts. One must take off one's metaphorical hat, or maybe literal, I don't know what you're wearing, but if you are wearing a hat, please remove it now in honour of these splendid gymnasts who have, all of them, every single trio that we've seen so far, performed not like groups of gymnasts who've been missing out on vital training time for so long. Again, harmonious work. Lightness and power combined, the essence of good aerobic gymnastics. What super height in that leap sequence. Down into the A-frame with control and precision. The double illusion turn, loss of form and of synchronization. Some execution tends to be discounted there, no question. So how does that see this second Romanian group? Might find themselves just slightly priced out of the market again, yes. 21.933, they're in fourth position, just as they were in qualification. We have 3 to go as things stand. Bulgaria, Romania 2 and RGF 2 occupy the provisional podium places. What next? Ukraine, that's what's next. Stanislav Halaida, Anastasia Kurashvili and Anastasia Litvin. 8th strongest in qualification, 21.272.
And now, when all is done, there is nothing to say. You have won, you can go ahead, tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftops, write it on the skyline. All we had is fun now. Falling out of love is high, falling for betrayal is worse. Broken trust and broken hearts, I know, and thinking all you need is that empty promises will wear out. Tell them all I know now. Show the heart is broken, all my scars are open. Tell them what I hope would be impossible. I remember years ago, someone told me I should take caution when it comes to love. Tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftops, write it on the skyline. Impossible.
These are real youngsters, these 3. Stanislav Halaida, he's just 17. Anastasia Kurashvili, 17 as well. Nastia Litvin is 21. She's in her second World Championships and first final. The other 2 are making their senior international debut, and they have acquitted themselves admirably. Strong high kicks, good balance shown. Code of points mandates the move towards horizontality in the legs as you jump. Nice toe point in the lift from the raised gymnast. The little details again, good toe point as she transitioned through to full splits. And this is where they try to pick up that full mark of lift bonuses.
The score for Ukrainian trio is
It's 21.572. Guess what? They've picked up 3/10 as well from qualification. They've done it in the execution. And that is most impressive. So often young athletes come out to a final and struggle with the execution. Not the case for them. Now then, there are a lot of fans in Turkey watching this. They are watching Emir Ereshik, Erkut Ergin and Aisha Onbaşı. 7th strongest in qualification. You know, Turkey has never won a medal at the Aerobic Gymnastics World Championships, and they have got some serious hopes this year. We're going to have a look at Aisha Onbaşı in the individual women's final. And that coming up in just a moment. Some lovely choreography, some stylish work. Just a touch out on their synchronization. One gymnast lagging a little behind, going round from Mana to A-frame. She does have very good form, does Onbaşı. Easy to see why she is such a medal threat, and why there are myriad Turkish fans watching our broadcast now. Now, how's the score going to be for this trio?
The score for Turkish trio is 20.983.
20.983. They're in 7th position, so looking as though they're going to finish reasonably in line with qualification.
Hungary.
That's how things currently stand. Bulgaria lead the way. Then it's Romania Group 2 and RGF Group 2. Just one trio can change things, but it is Hungary, second strongest qualifiers. Daniel Bali, Balázs Farkas and Fanny Mozac. Oh, what a finish. That's going to keep us guessing.
Hungary.
Big work from these big gymnasts. They are highly experienced, all of them. Daniel Bali, gentleman who is a macroeconomist and market analyst, known for his partnership in mixed pairs work with Dora Heggie. He's at his 4th World Championships. He's never won a trio medal, and he's really putting his heart and soul into the partnered events. Joined by Fanny Mozac. And she is a dentistry student. And then we have Balázs Farkas, who's got a real connection to Dora Heggie, because it was Dora Heggie's mum, believe it or not, that was his primary school teacher, and said, this young man would be rather good at aerobic gymnastics, you know. She was spot on. And Fanny Mozac, a gymnast who really has developed enormously over the last few years. They're on the leaderboard, 22.616 for Hungary. Big beaming especially from Balázs Farkas. The 28-year-old has just got his first World Championship medal in his 5th World Championships. Well done, that man. So RGF2 displaced right at the end. It's Romania 2 with the bronze, Hungary 2 with the silver, and Bulgaria, the world champions in the trio competition. The top 4 really playing according to their qualification performances, especially the top 3. And everybody demonstrably upping their game. Let's have a look back at how the medals were decided. Romania 2 with the bronze medal. Their score 22.427. Although we are being reminded of Romania's bronze medal, we are looking at Hungary. Weren't those illusion turns just a treat? 22.616 for them. Bulgaria, 22.877. That's some lovely lift work. Stylish and creative. Beautiful form from Darina Pashova, the elevated gymnast. She really did keep that execution score high with her work in the lifts. And just like that, it was done. The first medals decided. And then we'll have the individual women victory ceremony.
Hanımlar ve cenablar, mükafatlandıran merasimine hoş gelmişsiniz.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proceed to award ceremony. Please welcome the medalists.
It's now time for the victory ceremony in the trio competition at the Aerobic Gymnastics World Championships in Baku, Azerbaijan. It's taken an extra year to get to this stage. It's been worth the wait for these gymnasts.
16. Dünya Şampiyonası'nda üçlüklerin mükafatlandırılmasına başlayalım.
Award ceremony for trios. Third place and bronze medalists. Romania.
Teodora Cucu, David Gavrilovic and Daniel Tavok, the bronze medalists. And I was really hoping that they were going to be using the drones to present these medals. They tested this a while ago at the National. Oh, that's even better. There's now a camera on the drone. Didn't have that before when they trialled it at the National Gymnastics Arena for a rhythmic gymnastics event a while ago.
Second place and silver medalists.
Come on, you've got to get that medal. There's a flight waiting to take off.
Daniel Bali.
Silver medalists, Hungary, Daniel Bali, Balázs Farkas, Fanny Mozac. Funny, isn't it? When it's set against the backdrop of an aerobic gymnastics competition, a drone really looks like it is moving very slowly. What a lovely moment for Balázs Farkas. First World Championship medal in his 5th competition. He took a break from the age of 12 to 17. Did a load of other sports and came back. What a lesson that man has just taught us all. You can go back. You can always return to elite sport. Bulgaria, the champions. Tihomir Balatev, Antonio Papazov and Darina Pashova. That one's swinging just a touch out of control. If they fly 3 drones at the same time, rumour has it they get a lift bonus. They weren't tentative though when they were on the competition floor, the Bulgarians. Papazov, the 23-year-old, wins his first ever World Championship medal, and as a result we hear the national anthem of Bulgaria.
təbrik edirik.
Congratulations.
Delight for the medalists. And there they are. The three trios winning precious medals here in Azerbaijan at the National Gymnastics Arena. We move on to the victory ceremony for the individual women's competition.